Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Rafaela, so welcome. And if you've been here before, then thanks for coming back and watching my videos. Today I'm going to be doing a full glam makeup look that is using all affordable or drugstore products. Everything I'm using is really inexpensive and just really good too. Not all products have to be $1 million for them to be great. So I wanted to show you how you can achieve a full complete look using just inexpensive products. And before you leave, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that little bell symbol so you get notifications every time I post a new video. And please give my video a thumbs up if you like it and if you want to see more. Please keep watching if you want to see how I get this look. So first things first, I'm gonna prep my face, moisturize with the CeraVe moisturizing lotion. It's sold at any drugstore. It's super lightweight. It's great for sensitive skin. This one really never fails me, and it's obviously super important to moisturize every day, especially when you're putting on makeup right on top of it. So for foundation today, I'm going to be using my favorite drugstore foundation, which is the L'Oreal Infallible. I have both the Pro Matte and the Pro Glow. If you like more of a matte finish, definitely go for the Pro Matte. If you like more of a dewy finish, definitely go for the Pro Glow. Also, if you are dry skin, definitely go for the Pro Glow. And if you are oily, then definitely go for the Pro Matte. And then if you're a combination, you can do either one. Sometimes I like to mix the two, which I'm actually going to do today. Also, with the colors that I have, I find that I get the perfect color when I mix them, because this one's a little too dark and this one's a little too light. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix them on the back of my hand. Drop of this, drop of that. I'll just mix it with my finger right on my hand. I'm gonna dot it all over my face. I'll do half of my face first. I'll blend it in with my beauty blender. I love this foundation because I just love how it wears. They're both very full coverage. They're both very buildable. I feel that they really last throughout the day. But sometimes it just depends on what kind of the look I'm going for. And if I feel like maybe I'm having more of an oily moment, then I'll go with the Pro Matte. If I'm having a little bit more of a dry moment, or I'm just in the mood for that really glowy skin, then I'll stick with the Pro Glow. But the two of them together kind of gives you that like perfect combination. And I'm such a fan of like mixing foundations. I just like to make my own concoctions. For the areas where I need a little extra coverage, which is the center of my forehead, I'm just picking up another little layer and dabbing it in. When I'm trying to build up coverage with my beauty blender, I find that tapping really lightly with the product kind of helps to not let the actual sponge soak up so much product. So it helps me really build it up when I tap really lightly. I'm so messy. I know that if I don't wipe this foundation off the back of my hand, it's gonna end up somewhere on my desk, on my pants, so I'm gonna just wipe it off while we're safe. For concealer, I'm going in with the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind in the shade Light. I love this concealer, drugstore or not. This is one of my concealer staples. I find that it feels really lightweight and never creases. It's meant for like people with fine lines, so I find that it never creases on my skin. I love the little applicator. It's like a sponge. Put a little bit on my forehead, a little bit on my chin, down the center of my nose, and then blend that all out with my beauty blender. I'm gonna be using the NYX Highlight and Contour Palette. I'm taking this banana shade right here and just patting it under my eyes. taking it down the bridge of my nose, basically everywhere that I put concealer. I'm gonna put a little bit on my lids. Let's make sure we get no creasy lids. And brows are on, and I look like a completely different person now. So now I'm gonna go back in with the NYX contour kit and warm up my face, sculpt it out a little bit. I'm gonna go back in with that NYX contour kit, and I'm using a Tarte dual-ended brush. First, I'm gonna use the thinner side or the smaller side. I'm gonna go in with a more cool shade in the palette, dip it in, and then just kind of lay down exactly where I want my contour to be. And then blend upwards. I'm gonna take that same shade with this brush, dip it in just on the tip, and then shade the sides of my nose. And then the bottom of my nose. Okay, then to just warm up the face, the sides of the forehead, I'm gonna go in with a little bit more of a warmer shade in the palette and just warm up the cheeks, the sides of the forehead. Then going back in with that banana shade that we used under our eyes, I'm taking a fluffy brush and just cleaning up that edge under the contour just a little bit and setting that part of the face. Carly Bybel palette for BH Cosmetics. This isn't, I guess, necessarily a drugstore product, but it's definitely an affordable one. I think this goes for about $14, and then she has her deluxe edition palette that came out after this. So I believe this one is still available, but if it's not, then the deluxe one is definitely available, also at a very affordable price. And she has more like mauve shades in this palette, so I'm gonna go for that mauve look today. Nothing too crazy on the eyes, but definitely something that will pop a little bit. First, I'm gonna take my Morphe B81 blending brush. This is one of my favorite blending brushes because it's a little bit more tapered at the top. And I'm gonna go into this matte mauve shade right here and use it as my transition color. You do get a lot of fallout with this palette, so I'm making sure that I tap off all the excess. And then just applying that right into the crease of my eye. So when you're applying shadow, you always want to put the brush directly to where you want the most product. So if we're using it as a transition shade, we want the most product right in the center of the crease. So we lay down the brush there and then blend it out from side to side. I would never start here to then blend it out this way. You always want to make it easier and so the product gets to more places. See, so I am getting a lot of fallout right here. Maybe I should have done my face makeup after, but you live and you learn. Excited to be filming this video because I'm using new lights. My camera's dying. I charged it.
When your camera dies mid-filming, but you charged it.
We're back in action. I'm gonna go in and add this darker purple color over here with my MAC 217 brush. I'm using it just on the corner or on the tips of the brushes and in the corner of my eye. So I'm applying the color first, placing it exactly where I want it to go. Just kind of dabbing it into place and then going in and blending it, working it up into the crease just a little bit, but keeping it on the outer half of the eye. Don't remember having so much fallout with this palette, but it's kind of bugging me right now. So as I was saying before, right before my camera died on me, I was so excited to film today because it's the first time I'm filming with my new lights. And if you follow me on Snapchat or Instagram, I was posting that I got new lights and they're so cool. Okay, just blending it out, making sure I get that darkness. I didn't think I was gonna do such a purpley eye, but I'm not mad at it. It's all right. I'm just going back with that thinner blending brush in the first transition color and just applying that right under my eyes. I'm taking this e.l.f. eyeliner brush, but I'm using it for my shadow, and I'm going back in with that darker purple color and just placing it really close to my lower lash line and just darkening it up a little bit, just kind of replicating what I have on the top and keeping it only on the outside. So for the lid color, I'm gonna take this color right here. It is a shimmery color, and it has like a little pink undertone, which I think can look like really nice and soft and pretty with the purples. So I'm dipping into that color, tapping off the excess. And I'm gonna be taking my Mario Badescu setting spray, which is also really reasonably priced. As a whole, Mario Badescu is a like higher end brand, but their prices are nowhere near as high as like some other brands, and especially their rose water spray is super inexpensive. So now that it's a little damp, I'm gonna be patting it onto my lid. Like, she has like highlighter shades in this palette, and usually I use like those for like this type of a look, because I usually want like my eyelids to be bam if I'm like using shimmery color, but I decided to be a little bit more subdued. Don't know why that word just came to my head, but I'm trying to be more subdued with my lid color today. When it gets to like that transition where the both colors meet, I just pat there, but very lightly. I don't want to put too much product there because I'm gonna go back and kind of fix it, uncover some of that purple that we might have covered. So going back in with this MAC 217 brush that we used for the darker color, I'm just gonna kind of wipe it off, make sure we don't have too much product there. Just blend it out. I didn't add any more product, but just kind of blend out that edge. And now I'm gonna go into this highlighter shade. It also has a little bit of a pink undertone, and I'm gonna use that in the inner corners of my eyes, and I'm gonna wet it as well with the Mario Badescu Rose Water and just tap it in to the inner corners. I'm gonna use highlighter for my entire face from the Carly Bybel palette. I'm gonna take my e.l.f. fan brush and dip into the second highlighting shade in the Carly Bybel palette. And because I'm getting so much fallout this time, I don't want it to land anywhere on my face but where I'm putting it. So I'm gonna wet it again with the Mario Badescu. Wait till it dries like for a second so it's not too watery. And then I'm gonna apply it. Oh my god, I got my whole mirror wet and I cannot see a thing. And I'm applying it right to the tops of my cheekbones. I've mentioned it before in like one of my other videos that I like to keep my highlight towards like the back and not bring it up too far, because I find that I have a little more texture here, so I don't like to bring out that texture or you know, like bring more attention to it. So while my camera was charging again because it died, I popped on some lashes. These are the Ardell 105s, and I blended them with some L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara, which I have a review on, and I'll link that down below, so go ahead and check there if you want to see. And so I'll just go ahead and finish off the look. I'm gonna go back in with that second highlighter shade in the palette that I used on my cheeks with a small brush. And I'm putting that down the sides of my nose, the middle of my nose, center of my nose, right on the bridge, and right on the tip of my nose. Blend that out with my finger. I feel like the shadows in this palette are super powdery, so I keep feeling like I have to, any of the metallics, I have to keep spraying for them to not kind of fall everywhere and for them to be really pigmented. So I went back and sprayed it. And like, look, now it like actually shows up more. I'm gonna add a little bit of that same highlighting shade to my brow bone. And then I'm gonna take that blending brush that we used before for a transition color and just blend that out so there's no harsh edges. Last but not least is the lips. I'm lining them first with NYX lip pencil in the color Mahogany. I'm just gonna kind of be shading some of my lips. The sides, the bottom, but kind of leaving the middle of them blank. That makes the lips appear to be bigger, but I'm also gonna be just putting gloss on top instead of a full pigmented lipstick. Then I'm going in with NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Creme Brulee. This is like one of my all-time favorite lip glosses, and this Creme Brulee color literally goes with everything. So this lip is a little bit more purpley because I wanted to like match it to the eyes, but still keep it kind of nude. So once I put this on, it's just gonna kind of like, you know, like neutralize it out a little bit. And I mean, it's so pretty. And my favorite thing about these glosses is that they're not sticky. They're so hydrating and so smooth and glossy. Okay guys, so this is the final look. Hope you guys really enjoyed this look. The best part about it to me is that it's super affordable and everything is either drugstore or very inexpensive. So I hope that you guys enjoy that. I just realized I forgot to set my makeup. I mean, are you kidding? How can I not set my face? I like felt it. Like I felt like something was off. Like I'm so used to setting my face. I just knew like I was missing something. Anyway, I hope that you learned some tips and tricks and realized that you don't have to spend $1 million to get a great look. I do recommend everything that I used, otherwise I wouldn't be showing them to you. Please hit that subscribe button before you leave. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it and if you want to see more videos. Don't be scared to comment down below. Give me some suggestions, what you want to see, what kind of videos I should do. And so thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next one.